everybody, welcome back to According to Lee. So in this video in particular, we're going to talk about the true breakdown cost of the Model Y. Now, I did do another video earlier about kind of the breakdown and everything like that, and what I realized was there was an outpouring of people that had true questions about it, similar to what I had before I bought it. And I wanted to know exactly how much it cost. I did all the research I could find. I did all of my Google searches, I watched YouTube videos on it, everything like that. I wanted to find out exactly how much I was into on this particular video. I wanted to see what my out-of-pocket was going to be, how much I was going to bring to the table. I certainly wanted to check and see if my car was worth anything as far as a trade-in is concerned, and then see if it was even feasible, because we've been talking about getting a Tesla for years, ever since they came out, and we never really did it. We never really pulled the trigger on it, just because it always kind of seemed out of reach. A couple years ago, Tesla launched the Model 3, which was almost like the sedan for everybody kind of thing versus an S or an X. The price point was really good, kind of right in the middle. The range is really good, that sort of thing. And then in our minds, we were really looking for something with a little bit more space. I'm taller, I'm 6'5". Not that I can't fit in a 3, because I know that I can. We have a baby and our dog, and when we travel, we just bring a lot of stuff. I just like to have a little bit more space to move around and to have more storage and stuff like that. So we were excited for the Model Y, and when the Model Y launched and the price point was what it was, we were excited. Now, it's not like it's economical for everybody. It's definitely not going to make sense. I mean, we really ran the numbers. One of our cars is already paid off just recently, and then the other vehicle we sold when all this pandemic stuff started back in March, because we were both working from home and we just didn't need it. Didn't need the expense, and on top of it, we didn't really love the vehicle, so this made sense. We had a little bit more room in there. We wanted something exciting, and with all of that in mind, I wanted to kind of get it out in the beginning, just kind of throw it there. Make sure you smash that like button, go ahead and hit the subscribe if you haven't already. I'm putting more and more videos on the channel about different things I'm experiencing, different things we're going through, things that are happening as far as things that people are getting excited about, that sort of thing. A lot of Tesla stuff, because we're super excited about our Tesla, and then some other stuff in there as well. So make sure you hit that subscribe, and we'll go from there. So I want to kind of just jump right into this. The first thing we did, it's a pretty much as touchless experience as you could possibly have. Everything is on their website. Talked a little bit about it in some other videos too, but you don't ever even have to go to the showroom, not dealership, the showroom, unless you actually want to. They have a couple of different, they'll have like an S and an X and a Y and a 3 probably to touch if you wanted to. Not really during COVID time, but you can actually, see it in real life, that sort of thing. But they don't have a lot of vehicles on hand anyway. If you want to take it for a test drive, which we did, you have to schedule it in advance. They give you 20 minutes, they clean it for 10 minutes in between each person, and then you basically can drive it around and bring it back. There's no pushy salesperson, anything like that. In fact, they're product specialists, they're not salespeople. And this is at the showroom. So it's as, like I said, it's as touch-free as you could possibly have. And now, being so that we did test drive the Model Y, pretty familiar with how the Model 3 drives, so if we were ever to buy one again, I probably wouldn't even go in there. I would just end up going online and ordering it, from start to finish. So, kind of like you can see here, right on Tesla.com, you basically, it's real bare bones, the options, the colors, the different models that you can pick from. There's only 4 or 5 of them in there. I mean, you can't buy a Roadster on the website. Yeah, you can't buy the Cybertruck, so it's basically an S, X3, and a Y. And then in each model, there's 3 or 4 different color choices, right? It comes standard white, and that's the free choice. Every other color is 1,000 more. I believe red's 1,500. So, you pick the color that you want. We went with the Midnight Silver. It's a really nice gray color. So there's an extra $1,000 right there. And then on top of that, you have the option to buy different tires. You can buy the full self-driving, which isn't really available yet, but you can pay for it for now so that you don't have to buy it when it becomes available, I guess, something like that. We did not do that. We opted out of that one. Saved us $8,000. And then on top of that, you can add in, like I said, the tires, the color, and then the driving, and that's really it. So everything else on there is real kind of basic. So you pick the type of vehicle, in this case the Model Y, pick the color, Midnight Silver. We did not opt for the wheels. We didn't go for the performance is the other option that you have. We have the long range all-wheel drive. which is the other option that you have outside of the performance. And then basically that's it. You click buy, you put a $100 deposit down on it, and then you hear nothing until your vehicle comes. We are currently in that nothing period. We're super excited about it, but we've heard nothing since we purchased it. So it's that's a little frustrating, but it kind of is what it is, I guess. We chose to finance through Tesla at 2.84, which was great for us. Or we thought it was a pretty good rate anyway. And then they picked a, basically a bank or a lender for us, and then they kind of ran with it there. So that was nice. We didn't have to do anything. We didn't have to shop around or anything like that. Of course, you can come with your own financing. You can pay cash for it if you want to. Put down as much as you want on it. We, like I said in the beginning, we explored the option to trade in our vehicle. I heard Tesla can be kind of tough with the value of your car because they don't actually have, dealerships. They're not going to have other used cars on the lot to buy outside of Teslas anyway. So they just auction them off. I talked to the guy about that part of it, which is fine. And I know that other dealerships, we've never had a great experience with a trade-in. They never seem to give us what we think it's worth. But you kind of get that anyway. So we were expecting that from Tesla. Now they were pretty close. They were off by a couple thousand. I think if we got to like TrueCar or Auto Trader and sold it, certainly sold it as a private sale, we would get a lot better rate on it. We chose not to turn it in. We were really just trying to figure out what they'd come up with it. So they will offer a trade-in if you want it. And then you're basically it. You wait a couple days, you get the response from a lender, and then they give you the breakdown of everything. So, I kind of showed you the cost of the car initially. You have $1,000 in there for the paint. And then on top of that, you got to pay taxes, which you have to pay taxes on everything. In my state, they're pretty high. It's somewhere around 6 or 7% between the two of them. And at the cost of the vehicle, that's a few $1,000s you're adding to it. And then on top of that, you have to pay a $1,200 destination fee. Now, I know you go to any dealership and they have a destination charge typically, and they'll try to get you for $400, $500, $600 to go from wherever, because I know it's not made here, most of them anyway. And then they kind of tack it on that sticker price for you, just so that you have one more thing to pay for. So Tesla does it too. It's $1,200. There's no negotiating. There's no price balking on it or anything like that. And it's automatically in there, regardless of where you live, even in California where they're made. So you add the $1,200 to it, $1,000 for the paint, the $3,000 plus for our taxes, plus the cost of the vehicle, and that gives you the total cost of what you have, basically out the door once it finally does get here. Now, like I said, we're not, they're anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks out, 4 to 6 weeks out, somewhere in that range, we're thinking. They didn't tell us officially, and we don't have a date yet, so we're kind of thinking that it's something like that. But really, so once that actually happens, that's what we're going to be on the hook for. We were planning on putting some money down on it just for the loan initially. I think most of that's going to get eaten up by the taxes and the destination fee, which is fine. And like I said, we chose not to trade in our vehicle as part of the loan either. So we're keeping that in addition to it. So all in all, this is basically what our total is going to be out the door. That's basically what we're going to be financing. And then on top of that, though, it is there's no question about it. This is a premium vehicle. It's not like you're buying any sort of beater. You're not buying a different kind of new vehicle that is, a very much lower price point. This is a high price point vehicle. No, it's not a Ferrari. It's not a new Model S that pushes over 100,000 or anything like that. But it is. It's not cheap by any means. We had a brand new car before this that was closer to 30, and so in retrospect, this is a considerable amount higher than any other vehicle that we've had in this realm. Now, we did have a couple other vehicles that were pretty close to this at different times and stuff like that, but for the most part, it is a premium vehicle, so you expect kind of the premium price. So outside of that, you want to take care of it. Now, it's a new vehicle. The Model Y only came out a few months ago, so there isn't a lot of companies in town that'll do the paint protection film, the clear bra, that'll do the ceramic coating, that'll do the window tint. And I say it like that just because any company will do that stuff, but we want somebody that knows the vehicle, that knows where you can wrap it around so you don't have seams. They know, the panoramic roof is gargantuan in itself. And we want somebody that's going to be able to put a piece of film all the way across and not have any issues with it. So we wanted to find somebody that works on Teslas, not exclusively, but that has a really good handle on the specs of the vehicle and stuff like that. So we did find a company in town. Now, this happened to be, was recommended by Tesla, just the Tesla in town here. And I mean, the guy was super helpful on the phone. He's close to our house, which is nice. It takes about 5 days for him to do all this stuff. But we asked him about paint protection film, what it covers in the car, how much it's going to cost, the ceramic coating for the rest of the vehicle so you don't get scratches, or it helps prevent scratches and makes it clean, and makes it hydrophobic, that sort of thing. Tint on the windows, because we have a baby that we're putting in the back. We wanted the tint on the windows anyway. It comes with a factory tint on the back and then a heavily tinted roof. In fact, they don't even touch the roof, he said. It's already got the sun protection factor in it, and heat resistancer and all that sort of stuff. So it's basically just the side windows, the side windows, the little port windows, and then the front windshield. Now they are going to be tinting that a little bit, not enough that you can't see out of it, of course, but just to help with some of the glare. And then also they're putting a piece of paint protection film on the back bumper. It's really a suitcase guard, so that when you're bringing a suitcase in and out. We also have a dog that'll be in the back of this too, so I don't want his nails cutting up or anything like that. And then, like I said, the ceramic coating. So, all in all, we're looking at almost $3,500 just for that stuff. Now, this is the protection part of it, so that it keeps it nice and everything like that. So, you take the value of the car, the value of the protection services that you get, taxes, destination, everything like that, and all in all, we're looking, close to $60,000 just for this vehicle. Now, all in all, you look at, kind of the cost that adds up. Now, you don't have to do the tin, you don't have to do the ceramic, you don't have to do the paint protection film, any of that stuff, but you are on the hook for the vehicle, for the taxes, for the destination. All that stuff is going to be mixed in there. So when you kind of add it up, you have to kind of think to yourself, is this worth it? Now, we don't own the vehicle yet, in the sense that we haven't picked it up yet, but I'm very excited about it. And even knowing all this kind of stuff, I mean, I wish they had told us ahead of time. I wish they had the breakdown right from the start, right from where you order it. That would have been nice, but they didn't. So, I mean, looking back on it, would we still do it again? Yeah, absolutely. Now, that could possibly change when we get it, though in the sense that we didn't really like it, but I have no fear that we're not going to like the vehicle. We did drive during the test drive and we loved it. Loved the technology, loved the way it looked, all that kind of stuff. So I am not worried about us not liking it at all. And like I said, we're already thinking down the road, if we buy another vehicle, it'll probably be a Model 3. So, I hope this helped out a lot. I hope it helped out with some of your decision-making process a little bit, at least to give you some insight into it. If you made it to this point, make sure you smash that like button for the algorithm, and then on top of that, hit that subscribe, put more and more videos on here. And thanks a lot for listening. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to kind of break this down a little bit. If you have any questions, throw them in the comment section below. And then you guys have a great day. Stay safe out there.